Hey guys, this is Ackleyattack4427 here, and I hope all of you guys are having a really great summer so far. In fact, it's probably by the time I'm recording this video right about now, it's like late in Independence Day right about now. So yeah, and I can tell you right about now, I think this summer for me, it is a hot one so far. Yeah, it looks like temperatures were rising pretty quickly here in the central New York area. So it looks like, so yeah, central New York is starting to look like Southern California right about now. But yeah, that's beside the point. So yeah, I hope all of you guys are having a really great summer so far, as much as I am right about now. And if you couldn't tell on what's been going on, I think what that noise is going on in the background, that's just my air conditioner right about now, because yeah, like I said, it's really hot from where I live. So yeah, my room right about now has to keep itself cool right at the minute. So yeah, I think I had to. I think it's a good way to help cool myself down while I'm recording this, and not to mention I got my fan up and running at the same time, and yeah, not to mention if you're starting to notice if anything's a little bit bright in my bedroom as opposed to the last several times I shoot things in my bedroom, well, that's because I installed a brand new light bulb in my bedroom, which actually is quite nice. So yeah, it's actually helping my roommate be a whole lot more brighter. So yeah, I'm impressed on how bright my bedroom looks now as opposed to sometime back then when I record each and every one of my videos. But that's beside the point. So yeah, this video I want to make to you guys is basically me talking about some movies that I've seen all throughout this year. Well, more particularly the first half of 2018. So yeah, I guess I think throughout the pretty much half of this year, I've seen plenty of movies in general. So I think I cannot actually leave my thoughts on these movies saved for like a review on here on this channel, or basically a family movie collaboration review, in which, don't worry, family movie collaboration is not dead. It's just taking some time to get new episodes out, but I assure you some of them are coming. I have my own life to deal. So yeah, I think I just want to make this video to talk about some of the movies that I have seen throughout half of this year. So yeah, I think and just know that if there are some movies that you saw that I didn't get a chance to see that you were hoping to see on this video, well, sorry to break it to you, I haven't seen any of those movies yet, but I'll probably get to them sometime soon. But these are just the movies that I have seen throughout the first half of this year. So I just wanted to give you all of my thoughts real quick. So yeah, I've gone through all the reactions I've done on Stardust app. So yeah, and if you haven't followed me on Stardust app, go ahead and download the app and follow me at Ackleyattack just to see what reactions I put out. And I think my only restriction is these are the movies that I have seen in theaters this year, so I'm not going to be counting all the movies that I've overlooked in the past, as well as the numerous trailer reactions and my TV show reactions, all that other stuff. These are just some of the movies that I have seen in theaters throughout the first half of this year. So yeah, if you like or hate any of these movies that I'm talking about, because trust me when I say I think pretty much the majority of them I actually do like. So yeah, these are some of the rundowns on the movies I've seen all throughout the first half of 2018. So I'm taking a page out of Doug Walker's video where he reviewed all the mainstream, highly acclaimed movies, as well as some award-winning movies. So yeah, these are just some of the movies that I've seen in theaters all throughout the first half of 2018, and I assure you the majority of them I actually do like. And also, I think I am going to throw in a couple things, like I am going to throw a musical that I have seen in movie theaters probably a few months ago, and I'm even going to throw a movie that I saw at a con. So yeah, those two count in my book. So yeah, with that being said, here are some of the movies that I have seen in theaters throughout 2018 that, what I thought of them. So yeah, with that being, not to mention, probably by the time I'm posting this video right about now, I am about to get myself prepped up for Salty Comic-Con this weekend. So if you have the courtesy to see me there at the con, then feel free to come on up to me and say hi. But yeah, that's beside the point. I think, what am I talking about? Oh yeah, the movies I've seen in theaters throughout 2018. So yeah, these are just some of my thoughts on these movies I've seen. So yeah, I guess this intro is going on way longer than you thought it would be. But with that being said, let's not waste any more time. So, here we go. The Greatest Showman. Now, for those of you who do not know, I put up a poll on both Facebook and Twitter right around Christmas of last year saying that after I go see Star Wars The Last Jedi, which one of the two movies would I see, either The Greatest Showman or Jumanji Welcome to the Jungle, to which I will talk about after this. And I was kind of thinking that a lot of people will want me to see Jumanji, seeing how I have heard good things about it. But overwhelmingly, a lot of people said that I should go see The Greatest Showman to start off my movie-going experience for this year. So yeah, I took up to the amount of votes and decided to go see The Greatest Showman, and it was with my mom actually. So yeah, I think it was right around after I uploaded the 100,000 views video on this channel. So yeah, I got to see The Greatest Showman, and regardless on what you say about it, I really like it. So yeah, I think, I actually thought The Greatest Showman was a really great movie musical. So yeah, and in case a lot of you do not know what it is, it actually follows the story of Hugh Jackman, who plays P.T. Barnum, and how he started up his own circus, to which everyone calls the greatest show on earth. So yeah, I think, I know this movie came out way too late, seeing of how the Barnum and Bailey Circus closed down over a year ago. So yeah, it may came out a little bit too late, but I don't mind one bit. But truth be told, I think in case a lot of you do not know, I wasn't a big fan of the Barnum and Bailey Circus. So yeah, I have heard a lot about it, but I've never seen any of the shows that they produce. But I think the only way that actually got me familiar with the Barnum and Bailey Circus, I think it was when I was a little kid, when I saw one of the Disney sing-along songs, or the Mickey's Fun Song songs called Let's Go to the Circus. So yeah, that's what I know about the Barnum and Bailey Circus. It was from a Disney sing-alongs videotape that I watched when I was a little kid. Even as a little kid, I suddenly knew about it and dived right into doing research on it. So yeah, I wasn't a big fan of it when I was a little kid, but I have heard about it for quite some time. But yeah, I guess other than that, this movie, I will say, oh yeah, I'm of course talking about The Greatest Showman. So yeah, I think like I said, I really like this movie, regardless of what you say about it, because yeah, I did hear that movie did get mixed reactions when it came out. So yeah, I guess, I think for me personally, I actually do like it as a really awesome movie musical. So yeah, I think I will admit the actors were really good, like not just Hugh Jackman, but I really adored Michelle Williams, Zac Efron, and Zendaya. So yeah, and visually it's actually pretty interesting. So yeah, I was actually really impressed by it. And pretty much the amount of effort and technique they put into this movie is something really to admire. So yeah, and not to mention the musical numbers in it. I have to say, I think I know they were done by the same guys that did not only the last movie musical they did, La La Land, but also the award-winning musical, called Dear Evan Hansen, to which I heard great things about that musical, so I'll probably check it out sometime soon. But yeah, I will have to say the music in The Greatest Showman, I have to say it was really spectacular. So yeah, and not to mention, I even listened to the soundtrack. It was that good, and I think it's just always full of energy. It's always full of charisma to it. I think it's actually really something that I really enjoyed. So yeah, I guess regardless on what you say about it, for me personally, what I felt about The Greatest Showman, I really like it, so yeah, next movie. Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. Now, as I stated before, this is another movie that I mentioned in my poll on both Facebook and Twitter. So yeah, after I saw The Greatest Showman, I thought it makes sense if I go see Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle next. And in case a lot of you know, I think I did actually grew up watching the original Jumanji with Robin Williams, and in case a lot of you know what I thought about it, I think some aspects of that movie I have to say is really good, but the rest I have to say is just kind of awkward. So yeah, it's not bad in my opinion, but yeah, I can see why people like it to begin with. So when I heard that they were going to be doing another one, I had my doubts about it. Like, I actually thought this was going to crash and burn, but a few of my friends have actually told me a lot of great things about it, and so yeah, I thought it makes sense if I go see it next, and yeah, truth be told, I actually do like it. So yeah, and in case a lot of you may not know, I think there were some changes to it that yeah, I did have concerns about, but I was very intrigued. Like I really like of how they made Jumanji go from being a board game to a video game next. So yeah, and I will have to admit some of the characters in it, like of course I do know this does star Dwayne Johnson, Kevin Hart, and Jack Black. So yeah, and not to mention Nick Jonas is in that movie. So yeah, I have to say, they actually pulled off some pretty great performances, and like I said on The Greatest Showman, visually it looks really interesting, and yeah, I think for me personally, I really love getting to see the world inside the game. I don't think this has ever been tackled in the world of Jumanji before. I mean, I know they did that in Zathura, but nothing in this type of level. So yeah, I think visually it's really impressive. So yeah, I guess for me personally, I really like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I think some of the parts in it, I will have to say, it definitely improved a whole lot from the first film. I know that some parts in the original were just kind of awkward, but in the new movie they did fix it up. So yeah, that's actually really impressive. So yeah, I guess if you haven't seen it yet, I say it's well worth seeing. So yeah, I have it on Blu-ray right about now. So if you can find a copy, I say definitely pick it up. So yeah, I think for what I have to say, I really like Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I think it's actually a really good movie. Not the best in my opinion, but it's actually pretty good. And I have to say, it's really funny. It is really godforsaken funny. So yeah. And that's another thing too, the comedy actually does work incredibly well in this movie, so yeah, I think you're gonna have a blast watching this movie, so yeah, take it for what it's worth and definitely check it out. Yeah, like I said, Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle, not really the best movie in my opinion, but it is fun to watch. The Sailor Moon Musical. Now, in case all of you new subscribers may not know, I am a sucker for Sailor Moon, so yeah, I think I really enjoy watching the anime. I really like the reboot, Sailor Moon Crystal, and not to mention, I think I did manage to read the original manga that it was based off on, and I really love it as much as I love the anime and the reboot, and I have a good variety of merchandise relating to that show, and I even went cosplaying as a gender bent version of Sailor Moon, and excuse me for a second, but, and not to mention, just very recently, I cosplayed as a Tuxedo Mask, also from that show. I really love it that much, so yeah, I think for me personally, I think I am starting to dive right into the Sailor Moon musicals in recent years, whether it be the ones that came out years ago to some of the recent ones. So I think this fifth reincarnation of the Sailor Moon musicals, I think is pretty much based off on the fifth story arc of the main Sailor Moon series. So yeah, I think I heard that. I was actually quite surprised when I heard that they're going to be giving it a theatrical release here in America. So yeah, I figure I would go on up to to see it, and not to mention, I think speaking about my tuxedo mask cosplay, I think that's where I debuted in my costume, because we did have like a whole Sailor Moon cosplay meetup for that particular event. It is that actually pretty good, so yeah, I think I was really impressed by it. And in case you want to know what I thought about the Sailor Moon musical that I saw, I really love it. So yeah, I think given for the fact that there's not much production values going on, because yeah, it is a musical made in Japan, so of course they're not going to have that many production varieties as much as the musicals that we're getting here in America, but I really like on how they handle the show, and not to mention the story for that matter. I think seeing of how it is based on the 5th story arc of Sailor Moon, I think I actually do get a full idea on what the 5th story arc is going to be like, and not to mention, I think I've probably seen like a couple episodes of the Sailor Stars season, which is of course the final season of Sailor Moon, to which I am really excited to see, by the way. I really love of how, I think I'm really gonna like how they're gonna wrap things up for the original Sailor Moon, the original Sailor Moon anime in general, and I'm hoping Sailor Moon Crystal does the exact same story arc as well. So yeah, I'm actually looking forward to that. So yeah, I really love on how the 5th story arc of Sailor Moon as a musical is actually pretty well done. So yeah, and like I said on the Greatest Showman, I have to admit, some of the songs again, I have to say, were really great. I think I have a blast, like listening to those tunes, despite the fact that they're all in Japanese, but I don't mind one bit, and pretty interesting story. I think right around close to the end of the show, I think I did rock out to the main Sailor Moon theme at the end of the show. So yeah, and not to mention I did sing along with them, but I have to, what else can I say? I really like it. So yeah, I think if you want to see it for yourself, I say look it up online. So yeah, I have to say the Sailor Moon musical, for while it only did get a limited theatrical release here in America, it is actually really fun to watch. I really love it. I think I highly recommend the Sailor Moon musical. So if you haven't seen them, look them up on YouTube. They're well worth the search. And yeah, not to mention for the fact that I do hear that 2 Sailor Moon movies are also getting limited theatrical releases here in America. Those being the S movie and the Super S movie, to which I am super excited to see later this month. So yeah, I'll be looking forward to that. But in the meantime, the Sailor Moon musical, I really love it. I highly recommend it. Black Panther. So now this is the first of 3 movies from the Marvel Cinematic Universe that's coming out this year. So yeah, and probably by the time I'm recording this, probably Ant-Man and the Wasp has already came out. So yeah, I'll probably go see that probably sometime later, to which I am really excited to see, but yeah, I'm getting off topic. So yeah, I'm talking, excuse me for a second, I didn't mean to start like that. I think I know I'm improvising on camera, but I still gotta do this. But yeah, I'm not talking about Ant-Man and the Wasp, I'm talking about Black Panther. So yeah, I actually did see this movie probably before I went to Anime Boston a few months ago. So in case you want to know what I thought about it, I really like it. So yeah, I think I really love this movie. I think it's pretty much done by an all African American cast right at the beginning, and I think I am familiar with Black Panther's character in Captain America: Civil War, to which I did see, and I really like it. So, but yeah, I guess I have to say, I really like on how Black Panther handles the character and the story incredibly well, and like I said, visually it's actually pretty interesting. Like, I really love the world of Wakanda, and yeah, I have to admit, probably one of my favorite lines in this movie is Wakanda Forever. So yeah, that was a really great line. So So yeah, and I will have to admit, I think I do have some issues with that movie, like the bad guy played by Michael B. Jordan. I think it's a tad big too complicated in my opinion. So yeah. Not that I say that I don't. Not that I'm saying that I hate Michael B. Jordan. I know he's a good actor. In fact, I know he pulled off a good performance in Creed, to which I'll probably see sometime soon. And I do hear he's gonna pull it off an incredible performance in the sequel to that movie that'll be coming up. But yeah, I think his character in this movie I just don't think really connect me a whole lot. But yeah, I think I will have to say, pretty much out of all the movies in the Marvel Cinematic Universe that I have seen so far, this one is definitely one of my favorites. So yeah, and I think it's actually really a nice sag on how they handle the story of Black Panther, seeing of how I never read any of the comic books. So. But yeah, I have to say, Black Panther, in my opinion, I really love it. I think it's one of my favorite movies in the MCU so far. I really like this movie, so yeah, what else can I say except Wakanda Forever! Mary and the Witch's Flower. Now, for those of you who do not know, just right around a few months ago, I went back to Anime Boston this year, to which I had a really awesome time, and if you have seen my vlog on that con, you'll know one of the things I did is that I went on over to go see Mary and the Witch's Flower, to which I did read up on its website, and I heard that they were going to be doing a screening on that movie, to which I was really excited for, and I think they also did a screening of a movie. I think it was called Napping Princess, but I didn't see that because I got other stuff going on around the exact same time that was happening. But yeah, I did save up all the time and effort at that con just to go see Mary and the Witch's Flower. And in case you want to know what I thought about it, I really love this movie. So yeah, I think, and in case a lot of you do not know, it is of course done by the same guy that directed The Secret World of Arrietty, to which I really like, in my opinion. So, and not to mention, it was even done by some ex-Studio Ghibli movies. In fact, this movie finally got around, probably by the time Studio Ghibli closed down its doors back in 2014. So. But yeah, nevertheless, I think I did see this movie at Anime Boston, and I really like it. So yeah, I think, and yeah, I will have to say the animation in it is really great in my opinion, and I will have to say the story, I have to say, is very neatly crafted. So yeah, neatly. I didn't know what I say. I meant neatly. Yeah, that's what I meant. Neatly crafted. So. But yeah, I think I wasn't too familiar with the original story that came out beforehand. I think it was called The Little Broomstick or something. Yeah, I assume that's what it is. But yeah, I have to say this movie, I have to say, I really love it in my opinion. I think I really like on how the story of with Mary's time being a witch for one night only is really fun to watch, and not to mention for the fact that yeah, and not to mention yeah, I think aside from the animation, I think I really like everything else about it. I really like of how interesting the characters are in my opinion. So yeah, I was actually really impressed by that. So yeah, I guess in my opinion, I thought Mary and the Witch's Flower is actually a really great movie. So I only saw this movie, I guess seeing of how I saw Anime Boston this year, I only saw the Japanese track of that movie in particular, but I did get to see it again with the English dub of it, to which I will say the English dub is really amazing. I say it's really great. So if you haven't seen Mary and the Witch's Flower, do so. It is incredibly well done. But yeah, I think for what I have to say about Mary and the Witch's Flower, I say it was well worth seeing it at the Anime Boston this year. I really love this movie. Ready Player One. Now this is another movie that was directed by one of my heroes in the directing industry, Steven Spielberg. So yeah, I guess you could call me a Steven Spielberg fanboy in my opinion. So yeah, I never saw any of the that much of the trailers and the marketing for Ready Player One, but I do know the movie is actually gonna be really good. So yeah, this movie I actually saw when I just right around after I went to Heroes and Villains Con just the week after Anime Boston. So yeah, the past 3 weeks throughout late March to mid-April, I was packed full of cons. So yeah, Ready Player One I got to see right around after Heroes and Villains Con. So yeah, in case you want to know what I thought about it, I actually thought it was I think it's pretty much the same opinion I had with Jumanji, Welcome to the Jungle. I think it's good in my opinion, but I don't think it's the best in my opinion. But yeah, I think I have to say it does look interesting visually. I think I really love of how the Oasis looks, and I have to admit the pop culture references in that movie, I have to say they were handled incredibly well. So yeah, I think everything about it from the 80s, 90s, 2000s, all the way until the 2010s right about now, they are actually done incredibly well. They don't hammer in the pop culture references too much like in several bad movies that came out in recent years. No, they actually do show them off in a really clever way. So yeah, but if I do have any problems with this movie, in my opinion, I think I will have to say the characters, I think some of the characters in this movie, they're just not that interesting in my opinion. So yeah, I'm not saying that they're bad, but I just think they could have been developed a whole lot more. So yeah, that's another problem right there. I don't think there's that much character development in this movie, but I will have to say it was oh, I think I might have hit something right there, but I'll forget about it later. But yeah, I guess other than that, I don't think Ready Player One is the best movie in my opinion, but it is actually a really damn good movie. So yeah, I guess regardless on what I have to say about it, I think it's actually well worth the rental. So yeah, it'll probably, I think as of right now, it just came out on digital, so it'll probably be out on DVD later this month. So yeah, if you haven't seen it, I highly recommend you do so. So yeah, Ready Player One, I don't think it's good in my opinion, but it is actually, yeah, what am I saying? I think if I say that the movie isn't good, I'm probably gonna get a lot of hate mail for saying that, but yeah, I think I have to say, Ready Player One, it's not the best movie in my opinion, but it is actually pretty damn good. Avengers Infinity War. Now, this one has probably been the most talked about movie for quite some time now, and even before the movie came out, a lot of people are talking about it. Like, people are demanding trailers for this movie to come out, But yeah, I think I did share a bit of a hype for that movie. Like, I knew it's going to be good in my opinion, so... But yeah, I think I will have to say this right now. I think I did share a bit of a hype for that movie. So yeah, I did actually get to see around the time just a week after it came out, and I have to say it is actually a really great movie for me. So yeah, I think I really like on how they took every single character from the MCU for the past 10 years right now and crammed them all into one movie, to which, well, I will have to say, in my opinion, personally, I just think it was a little bit too crowded in my opinion. So, but thankfully they don't go the similar route some of the really bad spoof movies did by becoming way too crowded. So, but yeah, I guess I will have to say I think I really like on how Avengers Infinity War is really handled with all the characters they put out in the MCU throughout the past 10 years. So. But yeah, I think I really like on how they did that, and not to mention Thanos, I have to say, is a really great villain. I know they've been building him up for some of the past movies that came out, so I say it's well worth the build-up just to finally get him going. So yeah, and not to mention the ending of that movie, to which I'm not going to spoil what it is exactly in case a lot of you haven't seen it yet. But if you want to know what I thought about the ending to this movie, well, believe it or not, pretty interesting story. I went with one of my high school friends, which I will say her name is Trinity. And I think I will, and not to mention, I will say this right now, I think she is, of course, I think not only for the fact that she's one of my high school, one of my friends from high school, but she actually was kind enough to go see the 2017 My Little Pony movie with me, to which I've already done a video on, so you're more than welcome to check that out, just to see what I thought about it. But yeah, I think she decided to go see Infinity War with me alongside her dad, to which I know extremely well. And in case you want to know what we all thought about the ending of that movie, well, believe it or not, Trinity was crying at the ending for that movie, while for me personally, I was horrified. Yeah, I think I knew that they were going to be saving up for part 2, but yikes, that ending, in my opinion, it just left me speechless. And yeah, and not to mention, right around during the ending credits of that movie, nobody got out of their seat and walked out. Yeah, I'm not even kidding. So yeah, I guess if you have seen Avengers Infinity War and seeing on how the movie ends, like I said, I won't give away any spoilers in my opinion, but yeah, I think in case you have seen Avengers Infinity War, you'll know that that not only the ending was really hard to watch, but during the ending credits, nobody got out of their seat. So yeah, I guess yeah, like I said, I was horrified by the ending of Infinity War, but yeah, I guess that never stopped me from liking the movie, in my opinion. So yeah, I guess for what I have to say about Avengers Infinity War, I really thought it was a really great movie, in my opinion. It was well worth seeing. Deadpool 2. Now, in case you want to know what I thought of the first Deadpool movie, I really like it. So yeah, that's just my personal thoughts on the first Deadpool movie. I actually thought it was a really great movie. But yeah, I will have to say, and I think I will say it is, of course, one of my favorite movies throughout 2016. So yeah, I think I really like on how they made him fully aware that he is a fictional character, and not to mention some of the comedic moments in the first movie. I have to say they were really well done. So, and not to mention this was the I think, seeing of how I was at the age of 20, in my opinion, this was the very first R-rated movie that I saw in movie theaters. So yeah, and I will say this right now. Yeah, I couldn't speak it into words, but I think I have to say, yeah, Deadpool, yeah, the first Deadpool movie, this was the very first R-rated movie that I saw in theaters, seeing of how I was at the age of 21, and not to mention, I've actually learned an incredible lesson since after seeing it: never mix popcorn with a blue slushie. So yeah, I think I won't go into too much details on why I did that, because it's pretty disgusting in my opinion. So yeah, never mix popcorn with blue slushy. So yeah, I learned that lesson the hard way. But yeah, I think for me personally, I really love the first Deadpool movie. I think it's actually really great in my opinion. One of the best superhero movies that I have seen. In fact, I dare even say it's one of my favorites so far. And in case you want to know what I thought of the sequel that came out not too long ago, I love it as much as I love the first film. So yeah, I think I really like how they expand the story a little bit and try to, yeah, in regards of the story, the characters, and not to mention the comedy, and they throw in some new twists in it, as opposed to repeating the exact same fourth wall breaking jokes in it. So yeah, but I mean, hey, it is a Deadpool movie, so of course Deadpool's gonna break the fourth wall. So yeah, and not to mention, I think this was extremely hyped up from the first film. They said that they were gonna have Cable in that movie, and they actually paid off incredibly well. And not to mention, it's even done by the same guy that did Thanos from Infinity War, to which I talked about earlier. So yeah, I guess I think as much as I really like Thanos in Infinity War, I really like how Josh Brunel, who played Cable in Deadpool 2, I really like on how he pulled off his performance in that movie. So yeah, and I will have to say, yeah, if I do have any issues with this movie, I will have to say the main bad guy in this movie, I think his name is Russell or Firefist, or maybe both in my opinion, so, but I'll let you be the judge of that. I just don't think his character was that very interesting in my opinion, but I think I do like the, but I think I do like some of the action scenes in it, and hey, seeing of how he is called Fire Fist, of course he's gonna have to pull out fire from his fist, so. But yeah, I guess everything else about Deadpool 2, I will have to say, it's actually a really great sequel, so. But yeah, I guess there's really nothing much else I can say. I really love the first Deadpool movie, and I really like the second film as much as I like the first film. So yeah, Deadpool 2, I really like it as much as I like the first Deadpool movie, and it is just one of those sequels that I saw this year that I thought it's just as good as the first film. To which, speaking of which, next movie please. Incredibles 2. So yeah, I guess throughout this year, it looks like I'm seeing a bunch of sequels so far. Jumanji 2, Deadpool 2, and now The Incredibles 2. So yeah, I guess if you want to know what I thought of the first Incredibles movie, I really like it. I'd say it's one of my favorite Pixar movies of all time. And I know I haven't seen a movie by Pixar in quite a few years now. In fact, I only saw like Inside Out right around 3 years ago, and I actually thought it was a really great movie in my opinion. So yeah, I think I went on a 3-year hiatus from seeing any Pixar movie. So yeah, and I think from the sequels from Pixar that were getting in recent years, they're just practice runs. But Incredibles 2 is the real deal for this one. So yeah, I do know that a lot of people are demanding it, and it really paid off. So yeah, that's why I actually thought of The Incredibles 2. I think we waited a long time for a sequel to The Incredibles, and they paid it off incredibly well. I really love this movie. So yeah, I think I really like on how the animation did get a full upgrade from last time, and I have to say the characters evolved incredibly well since the first film. So, but yeah, yeah, and not to mention, I really like how they gave us a brand new bad guy to face off against, to which I'm not going to reveal on who it is exactly. So, but yeah, nevertheless, I think I have to say The Incredibles 2, in my opinion, I really love it as much as I love the first Incredibles movie. It was well worth buying a ticket to go see, and excuse me for a second, and not to mention, this was the very first time I went to the movie tavern up in Syracuse, to which, in case you want to know what it is exactly, I will describe it in words. It is basically a movie theater mixed in with a restaurant, which I find it as a really interesting concept, and yeah, I have to say, it's actually a really good place. So if you haven't heard about it, I say look it up online. It's well worth the Google search. So yeah, and not to mention they do have a few other locations in other parts, but I have to say it's actually a really good place. You can actually order some delicious food while watching your movie. But I already had lunch before I saw this movie, so I just pretty much stick to a giant tub of popcorn. So yeah, that's literally about it. And not to mention, I even got to see it with the author of the Tainted Moonlight series, Aaron Kelly. So Yeah, to which of you haven't heard about it, I say you look up Tainted Moonlight on Google. It's well worth it. It's actually a pretty good book series from what I heard. In fact, I've already mentioned it earlier in an episode of What the Pickup. But yeah, regardless on what I have to say, The Incredibles 2, it was really incredible. No pun intended. And last, but certainly not the least, Solo: A Star Wars Story. Yeah, I guess a lot of you guys have been wanting me to put a Star Wars movie in this video, but yeah, I think I will have to say, I think in case a lot of you know what I thought about some of the newer Star Wars movies, I think I'll go ahead and run them down pretty quick. The Force Awakens, it was actually pretty good. Rogue One, really amazing. I highly recommend it. It's actually a really great movie. The Last Jedi, it's not as good as The Force Awakens, but it's actually pretty fun to watch, regardless on what you say about it. And then comes Solo. So yeah, I heard this movie has gone through a lot of hell throughout production. I guess more particularly the directors of the Lego movie, Phil Lord and Chris Miller, being fired and replaced with Ron Howard. I'm not saying I have anything against Ron Howard. I think some of the movies, practically a couple movies I've seen, were actually pretty decent flicks, so... But yeah, I guess for what I have to say about Solo, in my opinion, it was okay, in my opinion. I think it did come close to being one of the weaker Star Wars movies that I have seen, but it was alright in my opinion. Like I do admire the actors pulling off a great performance. The visuals are pretty interesting, and the action is incredibly well done. But everything else, in my opinion, like the story, I have to say, could have been written out a whole lot more. And the characters, I just don't think are actually pretty interesting, in my opinion. And I think. And I have to say the direction on this movie, I guess seeing of how they did cut in between a couple different directors, seeing of how this movie was made, it's just kind of all over the place, in my opinion. But yeah, like I said, I know this movie went through hell throughout its production time, but yeah, I think I know it did actually help. I think it didn't help the movie a whole lot when it came out, but yeah, I think it's just a little bit too lackluster, in my opinion. But yeah, I guess I have to say, I think out of all the newer Star Wars movies, to which I thought were really good, one of which I thought was amazing, in my opinion, this one, I have to say, is just kind of above average, in my opinion. So yeah, it's not good or not bad or anything, but it was okay, in my opinion. So yeah, I think I'll take that for what it's worth. It's just a pretty run-of-the-mill, in my opinion. But yeah, I do know they have a few more Star Wars movies that they have to get out. So I think if anything, I think they're gonna have to make up for the mistakes they made with this movie in particular. But yeah, Solo, in my opinion, it was okay. Not really the best Star Wars movie, in my opinion, nor do I find it terrible, in my opinion. It's just kind of underwhelming. But yeah, with that being said, those are some of the movies I have seen throughout the first half of 2018. So yeah, and I know there's going to be a whole lot more movies I'm going to see throughout the second half of this year. So probably by the time I get done watching all those movies throughout the second half of this year, I will let you guys know on what I thought about them. And not to worry about a thing, my next compilation video on all the reactions I've done on Stardust app, they are coming. You just gotta be patient. So, but yeah, I guess with that being said, that about wraps up this video. So, but yeah, I guess as usual, leave your constructive criticisms down in the comment box below. Email me at my Hotmail email address and stuff. So, And of course, follow me on my social media sites, as well as subscribing to my YouTube channel, to which all the links are down in the description box below. So, but yeah, nevertheless, I think the real kicker that I can say, if you have any thoughts on the movies that I have seen throughout this year that you were also kind enough to see for yourself, then please leave your thoughts down in the comments down below. And just to make things easier, I think I will put time codes on the movies I'm talking about down in the comment section. To which if you're watching this, I have pinned them. So, but yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up this video. I know I have seen a lot of movies throughout the first half of this year, so I'm hoping I'll get to see some of the other ones throughout the second half of this year. But yeah, leave your thoughts on the movies that you were kind enough to see, that I was kind enough to see as well, in the comment box below, just to get like a whole discussion thing going on. And yeah, with that being said, that about wraps it up. Thank you guys so much for watching, and now if you'll excuse me, I gotta prep myself up for Salt City Comic-Con coming up this weekend. So yeah, if you were kind enough to see me at the con that's coming up this weekend, then feel free to come on up to me and say hi. Take care.